To have Asuncion from Foundry Fort St. John joining me. How's it going today, Asuncion?
Good. Thank you for having me, Dub.
Thank you very much for being here. We're here to talk about the space design engagement workshops, phase 2 that you have coming up. And I guess next week is kind of when the 2 days are slated for. But before we get to that specifically, let's talk about what Foundry is for people who haven't maybe heard about you before. What is Foundry Fort St. John?
Yes, so Foundry Fort St. John is part of a bigger network, BC-wide. It has its integrated youth services model. So we will be offering different kinds of services once we're in operation, which we're hoping to do sooner than planned, as always. And so we'll be doing mental health support, substance use support, as well as primary care. So we'll have some physicians and nurse practitioners, and we'll have a strong peer support system, social support. So for those youth who are transitioning from school to the workplace or figuring out what they would like to study further post-secondary. And so we serve youth age 12 to 24, their families and their caregivers.
And I know we've had a couple interviews about this once, including a really extensive one on This Week in the Piece, maybe a month ago or so now. But I think the biggest takeaway, or one of the biggest takeaways that we got from this was this is supposed to be barrier-free or low barrier, and it's all integrated, as you said. So you walk in, there's one file for you, and you can access all these services at once rather than going to one, rehashing your whole life story, going to another, doing the same thing again. It all kind of happens at once. It's really a remarkable service, a bunch of services that are going to be offered, eh?
Yeah, that's correct. You said it perfectly, Dub. And you have a great team taking care of you when you come in. Every time you come in for your appointment, you don't have to tell your story again. Like what you said, there's one file for you. And we're very excited about the project coming to Fort St. John.
Absolutely. Now, as part of this, too, one of the other big takeaways was you're really looking for community opinion on what the Foundry space is going to look like. You've already kind of done a series of engagements, and you have another series of engagement sessions coming up. Tell us a bit about that and what sort of things we can have input on.
Yes, so we've had a very busy summer, and in July we conducted about 7 formal engagement sessions. So we did space design workshop, that's what we called it. We had the community join us for a workshop meeting. We presented what the YMCA is, what Foundry is, and we asked them, when you enter the Foundry Fort St. John space, what do you think should it look like? How should it smell like? And how do you want to feel entering the space? And we had an activity, a tile activity, where the participants were able to sort of design the Foundry that they would like our community to have. And with that process, we were able to get a lot of input, such as what were we missing? What were the keynotes, right? The important things that we found out. So one of the things that I can share is we've heard this over and over the years in our community. We don't have a youth drop-in space. So we might be including that in our plans. And we were able to talk to about 75 different individuals. So members of the newcomer community, service providers, youth, families, and caregivers. The Pride group and Pride community was very well represented. So we've given all those input to our architect, who is based in Prince George, which is great because he knows the North Peace as well. And so he's coming here on the 20th and 21st to conduct another series of engagements and present an initial plan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So this part will be sort of offering, I suppose, your opinion on the plan that he's made and maybe improvements or suggestions for making that plan even better, I suppose.
Yeah, that's right. So we would like the community to be very involved in terms of what they think the flow should be entering the space, how they want it to look like. And one of the key things that I can share that we've heard is we would love to see a lot of North Peace art and North Peace aspects of the design, right? So it's pretty exciting.
Okay. Now, you mentioned the dates of this, August 20th and 21st. I think there's 3 engagement sessions total. Tell us about the sessions themselves, how you can get involved in them, when are they, where, all that good stuff.
Yes, we're inviting the community to participate. So we have 3 different scheduled engagement sessions. The first one is on the August 20th from 9 to 10:30. This is open to service providers and the general public, anybody who would like to be involved. The second one is on the same day, August 20th. It's from 12 noon to 1:30 in the afternoon, and this is open to the public. The other one is on the 21st of August from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And this is open to youth, families, and caregivers. We wanted to give them the opportunity to participate, considering most people are working or are in school during the daytime. So we have a nighttime slot there for them.
I see. Okay. And you would like people to register to be a part of this, correct?
Yes, to help us plan ahead. And you know that good conversations always start with good coffee and
And refreshments, yeah.
refreshments and some snacks. And we'll be serving lunch during the lunch session. So we'd
Okay.
like to plan ahead. We would like you to register. You can find the link on our Facebook page, which you are sharing. So that would be great.
Yeah, as Asuncion says, if you're watching this video or if you're not, you can head over to the Moose FM Facebook page. The link to register is there, or again, on the Foundry Fort St. John page. All right, so that's August 20th and 21st, the Phase 2 Space Design Engagement Workshops coming up. Please register. I think by the 19th is sort of
Yes.
the deadline. So you've got a few days, but don't wait too long. Anything else you could say before I let you go today?
Yes. Again, thank you for this opportunity. And we like the community to be as involved as we could be in shaping how our youth center in Fort St. John would look like. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're very welcome. That's Asuncion with Foundry Fort St. John.
The only time of year when it's socially acceptable to